Chapter 1 Computer Language Learning Outcomes. At the end of this lesson, students will be able to comprehend programming language, learn about types of programming language, know the history and development of programming language. Warm up. We use different modes of communicate. Can you guess their names? I reach the inbox as soon as you send me. You have to post me in correct address. The system of communication in speech and writing. I talk between two or more people. Teachers note. Apprise students that humans have the ability to communicate and share information. The simplest form of human-to-human interaction is possible only with the help of language that people understand. Now introduce to them that to communicate with a computer, we need a language that the computer understands. Hello friends, we use language to express our views and feelings. Let us learn the language which the computer understands. You are in the kitchen and your mother instructs you to make pasta. You can easily understand the instruction because your mother is using a language you understand. Similarly, we need a language that a computer understands to communicate with a computer. For every action, a computer has to be given instructions carefully. A user inputs instruction into a computer's memory using a language the computer can comprehend. In other words, a program consists of instructions written using a specific programming language. Instructions, program, software. Similar to how people communicate with one another using different languages, we may also use different programming languages to write instructions for a computer program. Let us learn about programming. A program is a set of instructions that tells the computer what to do. The process of writing a set of instructions that tells the computer how to input, process and output data is called programming. To create a program, we need to learn a programming language. Some popular programming languages are listed below. Do you know C++ was actually referred to as the new C? This is because C++ draw inspiration from C, building upon its framework while adding new features and functions to the language. History and development of programming languages. The development of computer languages have been classified into the following categories: programming language, machine language, assembly language, high-level language, fourth generation language, fifth generation language. Machine language, first generation language. A computer is an electronic device that can only understand electronic signals. This language is expressed in binary form, 0 and 1, where 0 means off. This is to signify a stage where the current is not flowing in the electronic computer units. The other stage is 1, the on stage, which signifies the current flowing within the computer circuit. Let me answer. What do you mean by low-level language? This language has very high speed and very low memory utilization, but understanding it is difficult and a bit time consuming. It is highly dependent on the machine, which is why it is also regarded as a low-level language. Assembly language, second generation. Symbols or mnemonics codes are used in this language in place of 0 and 1. For example, if you want the computer to add two numbers, the mnemonic used for performing this task would be add. The assembly language programs have to be converted into machine language using translator programs known as assemblers, since the computer can only understand machine language. High-level language, third generation. People created a language due to limitations placed on using machine and assembly language with the following features: user-friendly, machine-independent. Almost all modern programming languages follow the standard of high-level languages. The syntax of high-level language is similar to our English language, which is easier and simpler than assembly and machine languages. All modern computers need a translator to convert a high-level code to machine language code. Translator programs are of two types: 1. Interpreter. This translator programs converts a programming code written in a high-level language into a machine language. In interpreter translates line by line, carries out the instruction and then repeats the procedure for the remaining instructions. Interpreter programs are preferred for beginners and are slow in execution speed. Remember it, a specialized language called SQL is used to update, delete and extract information from database. 2. Compile. A compiler is a translator program that converts programming code written in high-level language into machine language. A compiler scans the whole code and converts the code at once. 4th generation language, 4GL. Most 4th generation languages are based on structured query language. This language is a combination of languages with the following features. 1. High speed of execution. 2. Highly user-friendly and designed to reduce the level of programming efforts. 3. In this language, the user has to mention only the required output, while the computer regulates the sequence of instructions that will fulfill those results. 5th generation languages, 5GL. The 5th generation languages aim to provide an automated solution. It will look for an algorithm to solve any given problem and then automatically carry out the algorithm to solve that problem. Generation, 1st generation languages, popular programming languages, machine language, 2nd generation languages, Fortran, COBOL and ALGOL. 3rd generation languages, Fortran, Pascal and the C family, C++, C#, Objective-C. 4th generation language, Perl, Python, Ruby, SQL, MATLAB. 5th generation languages, Mercury, Prolog, OP55. Advantages of learning program. 1. Reasoning skills. Programming demands solving complex problems. In programming, we learn how to break down a large problem into smaller problems and how to solve each of these smaller difficulties. This strategy aids in the growth of our reasoning skills. 2. Enhances creativity. Making something new from scratch is what programming is about, and this requires creativity. Let me answer. What do you mean by creativity? 3. Develop analytical thinking. Analysis is the initial stage in problem solving. Understanding complicated issues and producing simple solutions to them is the core goal of programming. This necessitates a thorough examination of the issues at hand. Kids IQ. Saurabh's great-grandmother was a programming in the 3rd generation of computer language. What kind of language did she use at that time? Let's recall. The process of writing a set of instructions that tells the computer how to input, process and output data is called programming. Machine language is highly dependent on the machine. The syntax of high-level languages is similar to our English language. 4th generation languages are based on the structured query language. The 5th generation languages aim to provide an automated solution. Upskill your intelligence. A. Fill in the blanks. 1. A program consists of instruction written using a specific dash language. Answer: programming. 2. A computer is an electronic device that can only understand dash. Answer: electronic signal. 3. Machine language is highly dependent on the dash. Answer: machine. 4. Dash codes are used in the assembly languages. Answer: mnemonics. 5. In binary language, 0 means dash and 1 means dash. Answer: off stage and on stage. B. Match the following. 1. Match 1st generation language with machine language. 2. Match 2nd generation language with COBOL. 3. Match 3rd generation language with C++. 4. Match 4th generation language with SQL. 5. Match 5th generation language with Prolog. C. Write T for true statements and F for false statement. 1. Machine language is expressed in binary form. Answer: true. 2. Assembly language are not converted. Answer: false. 3. High-level languages are machine dependent. Answer: false. 4. Interpreter programs are preferred for beginners. Answer: true. 5. A compiler converts the code one by one. Answer: false. D. Answer the following questions. 1. What do you mean by machine language? Answer: machine language is expressed in binary form. This language has very high speed and very low memory utilization, but understanding it is difficult and a bit time consuming. It is highly dependent on the machine, which is why it is also regarded as a low level language. 2. State the difference between compiler and interpreter. Answer: compiler. A compiler converts the programming code written in a high level language into machine language. Interpreter. An interpreter translates line by line, carries out the instruction and then repeats the procedure for the remaining instruction. 3. How are high-level languages different from assembly languages? Answer: high-level language, user-friendly, machine-independent. Assembly language. Symbols or mnemonic codes are used in this language in place of 0 and 1, machine-dependent. 4. Write the features of the fourth generation language. Answer: the features of the fourth generation language are as follows. 1. High speed of execution. 2. Highly user-friendly and designed to reduce the level of programming efforts. 3. In this language, the user has to mention only the output required, while the computer regulates the sequence of instruction that will achieve those results. 5. What are the advantages of learning a program? Answer: the advantages of learning a program are: 1. It develops analytical thinking. 2. It enhances creativity. 3. Programming develops reasoning skills. Critical thinking. Rahul has been given a task. To complete this task, help him out to complete the table. Generation. First generation language, second generation language, third generation language, fourth generation language, fifth generation language. Popular programming languages: machine language, Fortran, COBOL, Fortran, Pascal and the C- family, C++, Perl, Python, Ruby, SQL, MATLAB. Mercury, Prolog, OP55. A girl facing front-end working on computer, and around her there are 5 colors and inside it is written C++, Python, HTML, Fortran, GS. Team work. Pair up with your friend and collect information about the programming language, which you can see in the above picture. Write some lines about each of them in the space given below. Machine language. This language is expressed in binary form 0 and 1, where 0 means off. This is to signify a stage where the current is not flowing in the electronic computer units. The other stage is 1, the on stage, which signifies the current flowing within the computer circuit. Fortran is a general purpose programming language that is especially suited to numeric computation and scientific computing. C++ is high-level general-purpose programming language created by Danish computer scientist Bjarne Stroustrup as an extension of the C programming language or C with classes. Python is a high-level general-purpose programming language. Mercury is a pure logic program language intended for the creation of large, fast, reliable programs.